Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name is Lee, and in today's video we're going to be talking about how to motovlog. So sit back, relax, grab a cup of tea, and let us get into the video. So ladies and gents, how are we all doing? I hope you're doing well. And as the title of the video suggests, we are going to be discussing how to motovlog. If you haven't already seen it, I did do a video not too long ago about why we motovlog. And if you haven't seen it, I'll be sure to link it in the card above or in the description, so make sure you go and check that out. This is basically an evolution of that video, elaborating a little bit more on how we motovlog, not so much why. So if you are thinking about starting a YouTube channel, i.e. motovlogging, then hopefully this will give you some kind of idea as to what to do, how to do it, where to get the parts from, and how to set it up. Now, I am by no means, and no stretch of the imagination, a professional motovlogger. I literally do this because I like making content. There are people out there like Chase on Two Wheels, Waterific, Yummy Noob that do this for a living. I hope to one day aspire to be like them, but right now I do this purely for me, really, and also to share my passion for motorcycles. So if this is the sort of thing you are interested in, the sort of thing you like, make sure to stick around, because I'm going to let you into a few secrets on how I motovlog. Obviously, you need a motorcycle or a moped or a maxi scooter or something like that to actually motovlog on. An old one probably isn't the best example of a vehicle to motovlog on, because not everyone has the experience or the skill to ride a 1000cc superbike and motovlog at the same time. I myself, I'm not a pro at this. I literally make videos because of my love for motorcycles and trying to share my own knowledge and experiences with you lovely people. Once you've got your motorcycle or scooter of choice, you then need to get yourself a helmet. Now, as you guys know, I'm a very big advocate for Arai. I've been wearing Arais for a few years. I actually started riding wearing an Arai many years ago. I did transition to an HJC for a little while, but that's only because that's the only thing I could afford at the time. Now, as you can see, I'm wearing an Arai RX-7V. It's not the best helmet for motovlogging, I'm not going to lie, but for me and the way I ride, it suits me perfectly. And naturally, obviously, with riding a superbike, that obviously helps too. You know, to help with the whole, look at me, I am a superbike rider. Oh, excuse me. So you've got your motorcycle or scooter, and you've picked a helmet. Bearing in mind, whichever helmet you actually choose will then dictate on how good or how bad the audio is going to be in your helmet, because some helmets have a shitload of ventilation and some do not. The reason why I chose the Arai RX-7, apart from the performance aspect of it, is because it has multiple closable vents. I also took the liberty of actually closing off the chin vent on the RX-7 using blue tack or sticky tack or whatever you want to call it these days. So that's also helped cut down the noise quite a bit. So now that you've chosen your helmet, you've chosen your bike or scooter, now you've got to choose a camera. I am currently using the GoPro Hero 10 on my chin mount and the GoPro Hero 7 Black as my secondary camera. Now, bearing in mind, you don't have to use GoPros. I have known people to use things such as the Drift Ghost XLs and the XL 4K Pros and so on. I've also known people to use brands like Contour, SJ Cam, and no doubt there's probably tons and tons of Chinese knockoffs of GoPros that people use. At the end of the day, you've got to choose whichever camera suits your budget and suits what you're looking to do. Once you've got your camera, you then need to decide how you're going to record your audio. I personally prefer using the in-baked audio on the GoPro itself. So unfortunately, I've had to invest in the GoPro mic adapter, which is still, believe it or not, 50 quid. Admittedly, for the Hero 8, 9 and 10 you can get the media mod, but by all accounts the media mod actually drains your battery a lot quicker than having the camera set up normally like I have now. But once you've got your mic adapter or however you're planning on to record the audio, you then need to choose a decent microphone. Now believe me when I say this, I've spent weeks and weeks, if not months, possibly even years, trying to perfect my audio. Some days it sounds brilliant, other days it sounds atrocious. So in all honesty, it's luck of the draw. It's what you perceive to be the best audio that you can get. I would have to say the hardest thing for motovloggers is trying to get decent audio. And I think and it's not me trying to sound big-headed, I think I may have found the somewhat almost perfect solution. And what I mean by that is, it's not going to be perfect all the time, but I would say 97 to 98% of the time the audio is good. Naturally, it's not going to be studio quality audio, because obviously, you know, I'm on a bike, I'm out in the open, I'm wearing a motorcycle helmet, and the microphone is about maybe 4 inches away from my face. In terms of what you get for the microphone that I've chosen, it's actually pretty decent. And that microphone is the Hammer Boom gaming microphone, which is basically a replacement headset microphone for the likes of your PC gaming headsets, your Xbox gaming headsets, and so on. And I think personally that I get decent quality out of it for what it is. Naturally, unfortunately, I have had to use an extension cable to actually route it from the actual GoPro adapter itself all the way to the cheek pad where it is currently situated. But in my honest opinion, that is a small price to pay, when all I need to do to neaten up the actual setup is use a little bit of black electrical tape, and it basically disappears into the actual graphic of the helmet. Now, like I said, I'm not a professional when it comes to this kind of thing. I do this purely for the love of motovlogging and the love of motorcycles. So in terms of microphone placement, microphone brand, the quality, the actual type of microphone, and so on, it's all a case of trial and error. But when you find that sweet spot in terms of something decent in terms of audio, you know, the GoPro, if you do end up going with a GoPro, you know, you can get Hero 7, 8, 9 or 10, and the image stabilization on those things are amazing. I currently have the GoPro Hero 10 on my chin with Hypersmooth on boost to help keep the video as stabilized as possible, so you know, you guys don't get seasick and whatever else from the amount of juddering about that I do when I'm riding. So now that you've got the helmet, you've got the motorcycle or scooter, you've decided how you can record your audio, the next thing you need to worry about, or the next thing you should think about at least, is how you're going to edit the footage. Now, if like me, you're a little bit lazy when it comes to editing, I prefer to use Filmora 11. I've been using it since it was Filmora 9 way back in the day, and I'll be honest, it hasn't let me down so far. The image quality and the audio quality, once you get everything synced up, is pretty decent. But once you actually got it edited and you've done your jump cuts or your transitions or whatever it is you happen to be doing, I think it doesn't come out too badly. So now you've got all the actual parts to motovlog. You've got your bike, you've got your helmet, you've got your camera, you've got your means of audio recording, you've also got your computer, laptop, editing software sorted out. What's next? Apart from the ideas itself, where to go, where to ride. You know, I know admittedly my videos tend to revolve around my commute to and from work, which is fine. I do know a lot of motovloggers that literally do at least 2 videos a day, riding to work and riding from work. That can work for some people, it doesn't work for everyone. It's not so much, well, it is sort of what you're seeing through the eyes of the rider, i.e. what you guys are seeing when I'm looking through the Hero 10. But when you're looking at me through the Hero 7, you don't really know where I am. Unless you're familiar with the area or you're familiar with the roads that I ride around, every time I change the camera angle, I could be somewhere different. For example, I'm about to ride under a train bridge. I could quite easily change the camera angle as soon as I get to the bridge, and I could be somewhere completely different. What's going on, guys? Sorry to interrupt the video, but I just wanted to ask you guys a huge favour. The reason I'm asking is because it is my birthday this week, the 14th of August, which at the time of making this video is tomorrow, but by the time you watch it, it'll probably be a couple of days ago. But if you haven't seen it already, then obviously it's my birthday. What I'd like you to do, if possible, is to smash the like button on this video, and if you aren't already subscribed, please consider doing so, as my goal for this month, being August, was to try and hit 10,000 subs. So if you wouldn't mind doing me a huge favour and smashing the like button and subscribing if you haven't already done so, I would greatly appreciate it if you wouldn't mind doing that for me, as I'd like to hit 10,000 subs by my birthday. That's my shameless plug out of the way. Back to the footage. You know, the actual perception of the camera angle does help, not so much mask where you are, but also help with almost adding a sense of mystery and a sense of curiosity to the video. And that's kind of what I want to try and do. I don't want people to think that my content is boring, because it's not so much about what you're seeing, it's also about what you're hearing as well. Because on the odd occasion I do have a few nuggets of decent information to give to you guys. Like I said before, my channel is more about my personal experiences, sharing my passion for motorcycles with you lovely people. If nothing else, it's got to be about enjoyment. I want people to enjoy my content. I want people to enjoy what I say. Okay, fine, sometimes I might have the occasional brain fart, but you know, that's just part of the human condition, do you know what I mean? I've said it before and I'll say it again. I love riding my bikes. I love telling you guys about what I love about my bikes and so on. And if you take anything away from these videos, I hope it's a new and renewed enthusiasm for motorcycling if you aren't a motorcyclist already. And if you are considering getting a bike, do it. Literally do it. There's nothing quite like riding around on two wheels. The amount of freedom you get and the enjoyment you can get out of riding a motorcycle, it pales into insignificance compared to driving a car or whatever. But that's just my opinion, do you know what I mean? With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you've got any questions about the bikes that I ride and the gear that I use, feel free to put it in the comments box down below and I will get back to you as quickly as I can. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you have been awesome. I have been Lee, aka Rollin Thunder, saying look after yourselves, look after each other, stay safe on the road, be aware of COVID-19, be safe, be happy, get out there and motovlog, and as always, adios!